Alright, so we'll do a quick trade breakdown for this EURJPY trade that I've taken. So if we had the trades here, because I took two trades. So if you look on the daily time frame, we had this low that we taken out in higher time frame bullish order flow, right? So we had this low, and if you look at GJ, we tapped into that weekly fair value gap here. EJ did not have that weekly fair value gap here, but since the pairs are correlated and we took out all this sell side, it was fine for me anyway. But yeah, we took out the sell side and bullish order flow, then we displaced higher. We just had this slow consolidation grind higher, and in bullish high time frame order flow, if we have like a stop run and then we start to like grind higher, like in a consolidation, then to me that's a bullish indication that we're gonna go for the highs again. So yeah, consolidated slow grind higher, then we got above this fair value gap, so that was the indication to me that we were bullish. If we were bullish, we wouldn't get above this fair value gap here. And then on the sell side, on the buy side, we also we also formed this daily fair value gap. So inverted this daily bullish fair value gap on the sell side of the curve, leaving an inversion fair value gap. And then on the buy side of the curve, sell side and then buy side reversal. On the buy side of this potential market maker buy model, we formed this daily fair value gap. So daily BPR, high probability key level. So Friday we had that previous day low sweep into the daily BPR, and then we expanded higher 4-hour AMD as well. If you look at a 4-hour accumulation, manipulation into the key level, and then distribution, closed above this 4-hour order block. On a 1-hour time frame, we had this manipulation in Asia, inverted this fair value gap, and then closed above these down close candles, forming an order block. We traced into it and formed this hourly fair value gap as well, and then pushed higher. And then my entry was here at this hourly fair value gap, and then stops below the low of the day. And then my break even level for this trade, not my break even level, but for me to move stops, was once we took up this high. And then on the weekly open, if you look at the economic calendar, we had JPY news at the weekly open. So as soon as the weekly opened, 5 p.m. Sunday, we had this push higher. Yeah, literally as soon as the candle opened, we just had this massive push higher, which to me was a bit, because we swept the high with this push higher with no manipulation lower. So to me, I was a bit happy that the trade was pushing higher instead of lower, but we pushed higher, took out buy side liquidity, and we started displacing lower. So this could have been manipulation to me. So I was a bit worried here. And we had this fair value gap as well. So yeah, I was a bit. We also tapped this daily rejection block as well, which is what price was rejected off of. So yeah, swept the high, displaced lower. But yeah, for me, I didn't fully go break even here. I trimmed my stops to below this 4-hour fair value gap. So my stops were here. So it took like half the risk off the table, just in case price would come lower, sweep these lows, and then go higher. So and then that's what happened. We had a manipulation higher, displaced lower, came into the 4-hour order block and the 4-hour fair value gaps here, and then we had a push higher, and then we formed this 4-hour propulsion block, order block, came into the order block, pushed higher, and then formed this propulsion block. So for me, I was pretty happy with at this point. Once you form this propulsion block, I moved my stops to the low of the day, because I don't want to see price to lose this propulsion block if we're bullish. So my stops were now here. So I think I had around 0.3% risk at this point on this trade. And then we also inverted this fair value gap. So for me, we had a manipulation into a key level and ran all of this liquidity, displaced higher, inverted this hourly fair value gap. So I took another long here at the hourly fair value gap, this candle here in the hourly inversion fair value gap with stops not at the low of the day, but at the London lows was my invalidation, because I don't want to see price to come for the London lows anymore. If we're bullish, we should ideally use this inversion fair value gap and this hourly bullish fair value gap to go higher, and then consolidated, went lower, closed below both levels, which was a bit worrying, and then we came back higher, and then I closed my trade at break even because I didn't like the framework anymore. I closed it around somewhere here, because I was assuming that we were just gonna consolidate heading into the daily close. So I closed this around for like 0.2% around here, and then price consolidated heading into the rest of the day, and I didn't want to hold this through the daily open with my stops here, when price can next daily open manipulate, take out this low and then go higher. So I closed this trade, and then I was still holding this position with my stops around here. And then I just left it overnight, and then overnight we had this push higher, we ran these highs, and then just absolutely tanked lower, stopped me out on this trade as well. And then now we just continued lower and we left these equal highs. So daily framework was clean until we ran this high, and then we just had this massive reversal. So that's it. I managed to trade well. Only took a 0.5 R loss in total with those two positions. But if I won with both of those trades, then of course it would have been like a 5R trade, right? 2.4, 2.9, 4, it would have been a 4.5R trade. So I managed to trade well, managed to only take a partial loss here. So I'm fine with that.